And we are on the air with this week's episode of the Nosebleeders. It is me, Mike Scroy, joined, of course, by Brian Rabideau, who is filling in for Phill. Phill is in Pittsburgh doing Phill stuff.
Being a loser.
Being a loser.
Being a fucking loser.
Yeah, he'll reportedly get back to us with hopefully some video of the neighborhood. Maybe of the Pirates Stadium if you got to the game.
Well, that I'm actually jealous of. He'll probably lie and say he needs a service dog to get in there with Benji, and do some Benji content.
I think actually unless I'm misunderstanding him, I thought he said there was like dog day and you can bring the dog on the field.
So that's probably why he's going. That's probably why he's going. And also, I mean, PNC Stadium is apparently like one of the best baseball stadiums in the country.
I mean, the view is spectacular. It looks cool.
I would definitely. I mean, it's kind of just that. I don't need to visit every baseball stadium in America. It's really honestly the three on my list are like Giants Stadium in San Francisco. Yeah. Wrigley Field and PNC.
Yes, and those are all good choices. I'd like to go to those. I'd even like to see. I've never been to Camden Yards. I'd like to go there.
I'd go back to Camden Yards. I've been to Camden Yards though.
Fenway, I went next to. I was with friends on a bachelor weekend, and they didn't want to go to the game. I don't know why, because the Mets were in town.
They didn't want to get in a fight. They didn't want a bunch of Boston New Yorkers to call them queers and fairies anyway, because
that's what they do.
Wearing a Jeter jersey, you know.
Those are like compliments out in Boston. It's like we don't mean that. That's how we talk. Yeah. So, I didn't get to go in, but I've been next to the stadium and it was cool. So, those are all. Wrigley Field would be great. You have to go to Wrigley Field once. I've never been, and I'd like to go.
You've never been to Fenway?
I have. No, that's what I'm saying. I've been by the. There's a phantom voice back there.
Yeah.
Do you want to say who it is, or is that just
no?
It's just audience.
I don't want to acknowledge them.
That's the guy that got you Knicks tickets.
That is the guy that got me Knicks tickets.
Julius Randle.
I don't put out for nothing. Let me tell you.
Hey, listen. If you can go, you go. But no, I didn't get to go to Fenway. So I was saying I was by Boston and we didn't go to the game. I wanted to go, but they didn't want to go. I don't know. Bunch of hippies, I guess. So we didn't get to go. But I'm wearing my Ranger shirt. I had the hoodie on before, but it was too hot. The Rangers won game one of the playoffs. The Knicks won game one. The Mets have been on a hot streak. They won, and the Yankees won. So it's a good day to be a fan of New York sports.
Right.
You want to talk about the Knicks? I got to watch the game last night. I felt like crap yesterday. I was home, so I watched the game through my phone somehow. We're not going to say how, but I got to watch it. You watched it. What did you think of the Knicks?
That was so mysterious. Now I want to know exactly how you watched it. Just like you want to know the phantom voice in the back. You're like, I'm not going to say how I watched it.
I'm not going to say how I watched it.
Like some real like sketchy illegal cable hookup mic like that you can't bootleg it.
Little black market plan I got going. No, I just ripped it through my phone. I was able to catch it and I watched it.
So. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Don't tell Mark Cuban. I don't know. He was asking.
Yeah, I was about to say the feds are not watching out for. You got people setting themselves on fire in the middle of courthouses right now. No one's gonna give a shit if you're ripping the Knicks game off of a black market. The world's got more things to worry about.
Yeah. We haven't gotten that far with fandom for sports. Yeah, go ahead.
That would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome, though. Instead of like we go from political protests setting themselves on fire to like if the Knicks don't beat the Sixers in the playoffs, just like a neckbeard from Brooklyn. Yeah, just a neckbeard from Brooklyn decides to set himself on fire.
I'm gonna eat meat now. That's it's not like that. Whatever they do in Brooklyn now, it's okay by me. So the next one. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a Nets fan. I'm from Jersey. I decided to follow them when I moved to Brooklyn. But it's hard not to be a bandwagon fan right now. It's hard not to be a bandwagon Knicks fan. I love I love this team like so much. Like I said, like we mentioned before, my boyfriend got me like courtside seats.
Yeah.
Picked a real winner there. But yeah, we were able to go to a few Knicks games this year, and I mean, I just really love this squad. I just love Brunson. I love DiVincenzo. I love Hartenstein. I love Josh Hart. Like, it's just a scrappy team. Fucking what's his name, Miles McBride too, coming off of the bench.
Yeah,
just like draining like 16 points in like one quarter. That was absurd.
They're
so yeah, no, I know people. I never try to bandwagon any other team, but it's like really, really hard. And I feel like, I guess, like with just basketball in general, I always felt like I just like I felt kind of homeless for the most part, because after the Nets basically left New Jersey and went to Brooklyn. And I was in college watching the Celtics. I was in New Hampshire watching the Celtics. So it's like I felt kind of like homeless for a while, because I'm like, I kind of fucking liked the Celtics too at one point. Like Ray Allen, fucking Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Garnett. Like that was a squad. That was a fucking solid squad right there. So it was hard not to cheer for them. It's hard not to cheer for the Knicks. I want the Knicks to go far this year. I want the Knicks to beat the Celtics. I want them to beat Tatum. And yeah, it's a fun squad. And New York needs a W. We survived pandemic. We survived riots. So like we've survived so much. Yeah, we've survived so much. You feel like you're gonna get stabbed every time you step on the subway. Like we need one morale win.
So you and I were on the subway coming back from a mic, and the drunk guy was harassing women. Luckily, nothing happened. You were about ready to kick some ass that night. I was afraid. I'm always afraid.
Exactly. I wanted to beat the shit out of the guy, but
I did too, but I'm not going to.
But I mean, like, we pay. You have to have a minimum of $100,000 to own a shoebox in New York City at this point. So like, I love the cities. Like, we're so like if you decide to live here and you're not making $100,000 minimum, you're gonna live in poverty. And
still not enough. Think about it.
I just think I love the city so much, and I just think we need dubs. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I accidentally brought up the wrong slide. I'm trying to bring up this picture of Josh Hart's hair, because he got the interlocking.
Oh, he got the braids, right?
In his hair, and it's not showing up now for some reason. Well, I could what I could do at this part. I can probably just throw it in as a quick edit. So we'll see it. We'll see it in post, as they say, because it's not working. I think the Knicks haven't been this good, obviously, in like 30 years, 20 years.
A long time.
Somebody was making the point on the radio how eerily similar. 20 years ago was 1994. You had the Rangers in the Stanley Cup, and they won, obviously. The Knicks went to the finals. The Yankees were in first place, and that was the strike year. And you had the OJ chase. He just died. Died. It's like, what is the world repeating itself? I don't remember any earthquakes in '94.
Oh yeah, I mean, like everything's cyclical. Honestly, everything's cyclical. Time's a flat circle. You've never seen True Detective? Come on, Mike. This is all just reincarnation. Which, by the way, I will say this though. One that one thing that I'll never be a bandwagon fan of is the Rangers, because I'm a Devils fan and I grew up hating the Rangers like my whole life. So like New York can never have another morale win if it means the Rangers never win a Stanley Cup. Like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I will always rep the Devils as a Jersey dude over Rangers any day. But I love New York City.
That's fine.
I love New York City, and I would love.
Well, you live there.
Yeah, I've lived here for 10 years. And I'm in all of the credit card debt because of it.
That's right. Yeah, I do comedy for credit card debt. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So,
and I'll just leave it as I hope the Knicks. I like this. I like the squad, and I hope the Knicks win the championship this year. I'm rooting for them, so I'll leave it at that.
They have amazing fight, and I mean,
And
I admit myself,
and
I was surprised that
I
we
would
get this close.
definitely,
Yeah.
I would definitely smash Hartenstein and DiVincenzo. Like those are my two smash
Okay.
lists. Yeah, I would definitely tap that ass.
They look alike to me. They look a little similar. Those two guys. Yeah.
I needed to bring back some gayness to the podcast. Too. I feel like it's been too straight.
Yeah, without Phill. Yeah.
without Phill. Without Phill, it's gotten a little too straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Without his tight shirts and his nipples piercing through.
There's not enough dog logging.
It's gotten a little too. It's not gay enough now that Phill is not on the podcast anymore. Taking a week off.
That's my favorite joke from your stand-up is the I have a friend who's the dog blogger. I won't get into the bit, but yeah, because it's got a certain word. But that's why I brought it up because I know it's about Phill and it's hilarious. So
yeah, good fucking alley-oop there, Mike. Good fucking shot.
Phill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Knicks are obviously looking great. The Rangers won today, which was good. They are a team who, listen, the Rangers, as Ranger fans, we all know they go every year and then they choke at some point. This team has a different feel. I think this is their best shot, obviously, to win. Even like they were in the finals, maybe 10 years ago? I remember I was living in Bay Ridge. So you knew the score of the Knicks game because people were yelling out their window, like, come on, so you knew what was going on in Bay Ridge. That's like Ranger heaven out there.
Yeah, I would.
So this team,
this
team has the best chance to go. I think this is the best team they've had in years. Maybe even going back to that '94 team. But purists and people know hockey better than me could argue that point. But I think they'll get pretty far this time around. At least I hope they will. So,
wasn't there this dude named what's his name, Matt Sempe or something like that?
Rampy. Killing, he's just a bruiser. He's a
I saw him. It was like he just like had like a fucking like full like a chick with like full mascara on her face. Like he had a black eye, dude. It was just complete fucking tar under his eye.
He just fights everybody. Yeah, he scored today. He had his first playoff goal. They were chanting his name. Like that's an amazing feeling that they can.
And the one thing, maybe we'll do an episode about this, but like you saw the brawl between like the Devils and the Rangers this season too, right?
Yeah, that is something we should definitely cover at some point. It just the puck dropped and it was 5-on-5 right then and there.
I mean that was an amazing fight. The Devils were shit this year, but that was such a fun fight to watch. The
thing about it, non-hockey fans were talking about it, so that's why it was a big deal. So we should cover that.
Yeah, it was big. Yeah, it was big, and it was entertaining. It was entertaining, and hockey is like I'm always a Devils fan, but hockey always gets like lost for me. Like I always pay attention to football, I always pay attention to baseball, but like fucking hockey always gets lost for me, and it's kind of like the most fun out of all the sports because you always see a fist fight. Like that's why we did this show because we like watching fights.
Yeah, it's like the only sport where the refs go, look, you do what you got to do. We're not getting hurt. It's just go beat the hell out of each other.
Or we've seen past fights with like fans jumping in to like the penalty box. So like,
oh yeah,
I don't know.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I gotta step that up. But yeah, so. But you think the Rangers will go far this year, basically?
Well, I mean they can, given their team and the way they've been playing, they can. But playoffs is different playoffs in all sports is different. But in hockey, they probably have the toughest grind because now you can have overtime. There's no penalty shots to win games. These games can go on forever. Hockey sometimes could be like soccer where everybody's just cold and you just need the one goal to win. So anything can happen, obviously. But I like this team. I think we can't have him on because he has his jaw wired shut. My friend Matt, who was our guest that one time, big time Ranger fan, big hockey fan, he just had jaw surgery, so his mouth is wired shut. So I don't think he would be a good guest, but he would know more about hockey than I would. I was going to call him.
You should have lied.
Do like a Kanye? Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Wire?
Yeah, through the wire.
Through the wire?
He does the podcast through the wire.
Yeah, through the wire.
Yeah. I mean, like you should have lied and said that he had his jaw shut because he got in a fight at a Rangers game. That was you had a chance to big up your boy, you know. But
yeah, no, I don't know what happened. He did have he did have hip surgery because he used to play hockey, so that's kind of badass.
Oh, there you go. So he was actually like a hockey
TMJ.
player.
Yeah. No, I have jaw pain because I have TMJ and I have to wear a sleep mask now because I have sleep apnea. And I think from keeping my mouth closed, now I'm clenching my jaw again. So yeah, if you want to talk about nerds, there you go. At least he had surgery for like a sports injury.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I was about to say, yeah, you definitely, especially like when you're going on your Tinder dates, you definitely need to lie about why you got jaw surgery. Don't say the TMJ. Keep the TMJ close to the vest, Mike.
You know what? After 40, I just look for people who have the same bodily problems as me: lactose intolerant, gassy.
Yeah,
I got pains in the morning now for no reason.
You put on your Tinder bio like looking for someone who is also pre-diabetic. That's the way you put on your Tinder bio.
And then you get a winner. Yeah, you get all the. Never mind. I was gonna make a wise crack about women, but we'll get canceled. Just joking.
No. We're gonna get canceled by all 2 subscribers. Oh no!
Listen, I was telling you,
Kathy Rabideau won't listen to this.
Kathy's back this week.
She's back. This is the 1 week she's 1 week she's tuning in again.
What did Kathy think of the comedy show we produced? Did she like it?
She loved it.
Good.
Okay. My whole family loved it. Everyone loved it. It was a good show. We should do it again, and maybe a live Nosebleeders episode too, with some comics too. That would be fun.
I'd love to do that. I'm actually trying to figure out a way to play sound effects during the recording. If I can get my hands on this Rodecaster switcher, you can put sound effects into the sound bed. There's pads, almost like a drum machine, and you could play them live. So if I can, first of all, get enough money to buy one of these things, great, and then figure out how to put the sounds in them. Yeah, we could hypothetically do something live.
Yeah, definitely. We can make it happen.
And it would be fun to go back to the old show. It's if we can record then, and I don't have to do really much in post production because it's a lot of work. And yeah.
But anyway, so now I know you had. I'm actually very excited. I took a step back from this show, but like when certain news in the sports world came out, I was like upset that I wasn't here to make jokes about it and talk about it. So what's the commercial you were going to show me, Mike?
Well, last week we featured a couple of OJ commercials and watched them. So now I'm not sure if Phill picked one, but I did pull the link he sent me, and it's a variety of OJ commercials. So we can just sit back and watch a bunch, and you can give your thoughts on these OJ commercials. Let's just go with the first one to start, and then we'll poke around.
And real quick, by the way, just a quick PSA. OJ Made in America on ESPN. The 30 for 30. It's like a 5-part 30 for 30 doc, and each episode is like an hour and a half long. Each episode is like a movie, but it's probably the best sports It's probably the best sports documentary and true crime documentary like ever produced. Ever.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely watch it. Like if I have any recommendation for both of the people listening to this podcast right now, watch OJ Simpson Made in America. It's long as fuck. You'll probably need either a whole week to watch it or a whole day to watch it, depending on what your schedule is. But I mean, the juice was, man, what a charmer that guy was. Like, I grew up with.
Could you Netflix and chill with it or no?
You can definitely, bring your pre-diabetic bitch over. Bring that bitch over and dive into fucking OJ, dude.
What's up tonight? OJ documentary.
Nothing gets women hotter than a good-looking athlete who got away with murder. That really fires up the loins right there.
Well, I bring that up. I bring that up because Macaulay Culkin was on recently on Tonight Show, and he was saying that women will want to watch Home Alone with him, and he's like, hey, whatever gets the, what do you say, get the engine running. Watching the child.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird fetish. Like, hey, I want to watch you as a child scared that your parents aren't home and robbers are trying to kill you. That's my fetish right there. That's a fucking weird fetish right there.
What happened to the show? This is the Nosebleeders.
But also, real quick before we dive into commercials, I just want to say the one thing that I took. I mean, there's a million things you can take away from the documentary. It goes deep into just history and OJ and the criminal justice system and everything. It's great. But I grew up with. I was born 91, so any mention of OJ, like in my early consciousness, was the guy that got away with murder. The piece of fucking shit that got away with murder. And just watching like the documentary, especially when it came out in like 2016, I'm taken aback by how charming and likable he is. Because I've always known him as a villain, but like I'm just like, oh my God, he's a dude that like if you didn't know what an awful piece of shit or a sociopath he was, like you would definitely want to have a beer with this guy.
Yeah, like he was doing so many. I remember him from the Hertz commercials. I remember him from the Naked Gun movies, doing football. He was, beloved. This is like, name your favorite football commentator now, and then you find out they're a murderer. It was like, what? What do you mean? And it just turned everybody's head upside down.
He was still getting laid. He was still getting pussy. He was still getting pussy.
People still think he's innocent. Yeah. People, except Steve Harvey
had that slick talk, man.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We have commercials. We're gonna go into the commercials. Let's bring up one here. Here we go.
To be a winner, you gotta have the tool.
And that tool being a knife.
You gotta know your opponent, and you gotta know yourself.
And my opponent is a blonde and a waiter.
Train properly, you gotta get your rest, and you better know what you're putting in your body.
New Power Burst.
And I know I'm putting a knife in my
wife's. Not just a thirst quencher, but an advanced performance sports drink.
Why not be a winner?
Oh my God.
I really get dehydrated after I'm murdering two people in cold blood. It really works me up. Need your power thirst for that.
I don't even remember Power Burst. Have you been murdering? Have you worked up a sweat? You need to relax with Power Burst. Let's watch.
I know double homicides make me thirsty too.
I need a thirst quencher after that killing. Oh man. Let's look at this one now.
My OJ first started traveling. I said, call me from the airport, collect. But the price I was paying.
Hey, OJ's
well, now, OJ dials 1-800-COLLECT. These days, we talk more often than ever. OJ!
1-800-COLLECT. Dial it instead of 0 the next time you call someone collect.
Oh, I'm getting along.
She's like, no, I won't give you bail money again. Okay, OJ. No. We do this all the time. Like that's the thing. That was before he got arrested. If they did that commercial, like, towards the end of his life, she'd be like, she'd be rolling her eyes, just upset that she has to, like, okay, I have to wire you bail money. You got away with a double homicide, and now you're robbing people for your own memorabilia. Your mom can't always bail you out. I have a bad hip. I can't be running every time you get arrested. I can't be running to the phone every time you get arrested.
I feel like at the time when he was in the car chase, because he was on the phone, I think people were making 1-800-COLLECT jokes, that he was using 1-800-COLLECT to call whoever from the car or something. I think that's triggering a memory now. No pun intended.
Which I do have a question. Was that his actual mom, or that was just an actress?
I guess it was his mom. I don't think she was jumping the couch. Maybe she was. I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Sure. I mean, like, because I know we did do an episode, like a commercial where Jordan's mom was dunking, and it was clearly just a dude in a wig. And it was like, wow, what the fuck is slight against Jordan's mom that you feel like you could just throw a dude in a wig on? And it's like, yeah, that's my fucking mom. Like,
yeah, no, I don't think she hurdled that couch or did the spin around. No,
I don't think she did either. Unless she got some of that good medical weed. That helps her walk home. She's like, my joints are amazing right now. I can run like the juice. He's like, I'm ready to break a rushing record right now. So,
all right, let's go to the next one. What's this? Oh, that's who we stole the commercial from.
Some people love cola so much they can't stop drinking it. And for them, there's RC. With RC, you get a great cola taste that's easy on the syrup, easy on the gas. So it doesn't feel like too much. Right, OJ? RC.
He's not
cola
careful.
Easy on the syrup, easy on the gas. For people like OJ Simpson, who can't stop drinking cola.
Yeah, easy on the gas when he's fleeing the cops. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also just like, I love how he like was spilling cola on himself, and he's like, how am I gonna get this out? And it's like, we know we know you can't get stains out because you left the blood everywhere. You left the blood soaked clothing everywhere. So yeah, I mean, it would be funny if they found like the shirt that he murdered his ex-wife and Ron Goldman with. And he just was like, oh yeah, that's cola. You saw the commercial. I spill cola on myself all the time.
He used cola and baking soda to get the stain
out. That's not blood. That's just a red soda.
It's just super cherry soda.
yeah. I'm just terrible at drinking.
All right, let's see. What's this one? Let's skip ahead a little. Here we go. I think I messed this up. All right, that's all right.
Oh wait, by the way, too. Go back real quick.
Yeah. To this?
Oh wait, hold on. Keep what?
The RC commercial or this?
Wait, stop.
Yeah.
$69. Nice.
And no charge for mileage.
Everybody, not the winner. Everybody.
Okay, here we go.
OJ, I know people go to Hertz for terrific service, but off the record, where do you go for a terrific price?
Hertz.
Come on, you can level with me.
Arnie, Hertz prices are lower than you think. And now with their new low daily economy fares, their prices are competitive with anybody's.
Anybody's?
You got it, Arnie.
You can level with me. I know you killed your wife.
The same for you, OJ.
Hertz.
I'll still let you in the country club. I know everyone else hates you, but you can still be cool with me, OJ.
OJ,
that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah,
you can level with me. Come on.
I like how you have two
I'm not
people.
Like the other way, so I'll let you get away with it.
I like how you have two athletes that are named for beverages: Arnold Palmer and the Juice.
Yeah,
Arnold Palmer and OJ. There you go. That just tops it off.
There you go.
What's this? Let's see what's next.
13.
Hey, we saw this one last week. Here, wait. Let's get your feedback. We watched this last week. Here's something you could not do today. Put OJ aside. Let's watch this commercial.
13. Hey, OJ, you sure enjoy that Golden Pioneer chicken.
Oh, yeah, I love it. As much as I love Pioneer's new country spicy chicken. A Golden Pioneer chicken has a crispy, crunchy taste. Sure, but country spicy
fried chicken commercial?
Well, at least you both agree on Pioneer's new buttermilk biscuits.
Who wouldn't? They're baked fresh in Pioneer's own ovens, fluffy to give you mouth-watering taste. Why, they're almost as good as my mama's. Your mama.
all I can think is
Mama never told me
when you want to turn a double homicide into a quadruple homicide. Those are the two guys you go to.
No, that was the real killer. He looks just like OJ.
Squared. Yeah. With that. I mean, no. Is it because so you feel like you couldn't do that today because it was like a black athlete eating fried chicken?
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody likes fried chicken. We know that, but because of stereotyping and things, I don't think they would, do that today. Would you?
I mean, listen. If we've learned anything from just people who have been canceled in the past, including OJ Simpson. OJ Simpson is the biggest proof that cancel culture doesn't exist. OJ Simpson. Because OJ Simpson went on to write a book. OJ Simpson, and even though people boycotted it, and then like the family ended up taking it away from him. But like OJ ended up like we said, he was in Miami. He was living life. He had friends. Yeah. He was killing it. Like OJ Simpson,
he was killing it.
He was on Twitter. He was quite literally killing it. He was quite literally killing. Yeah. He was quite after he killed them. He started killing it. You know, like there would be people that would be like, I don't know, but in terms of like cancellation, no. OJ Simpson is proof cancel culture does not exist. The only thing that could cancel OJ was cancer. That's the only thing that that's the only thing that fully canceled him.
Oh man. All right, let's look. You summed it up nicely. I'm not even going to add to it. That was so perfect. Let's watch one more. Let's take a look at this.
Watch O.J. Simpson, number 1 halfback, demonstrate a really close shave.
I'll shave one side with the leading double-edged blade.
Oh, the double-edged blade.
Now let's see if my wife Marguerite can feel
some of these commercials are such layups.
I can't tell. Both sides feel the same.
Yeah.
That's why I switch to the Chick Flex-O-Matic sometimes.
Especially right to
the shave feels blade close because the head is thin and it's comfortable.
Whenever I'm cutting white bitches,
you ought to switch to the Chick Flex-O-Matic. The electric that feels blade close.
Whenever I'm slicing up a barber, you know, Gillette. The most morbid Gillette commercial ever.
That was his first wife in that commercial. Did you catch that? That was his. I actually. She was playing his wife,
and they briefly do talk about his first wife in the documentary too.
Yeah,
which I mean, basically, it's funny because obviously he was like part of the defense strategy was to push him as like a civil rights hero almost, and say like obviously he was being set up because of race, but like OJ like was the one person that wanted nothing to do with the civil rights movement famously, and literally was just like there's just a scene of his wife just like grilling him and mean mugging him like, you're gonna leave me for a white bitch, like I know what you're gonna do, OJ, you're gonna leave me for a hot white bitch.
Well, that was the whole thing. I'm not black, I'm OJ, he said.
Yeah.
That was Jay-Z has that song, The Story of OJ, and he quoted that was something OJ said where he I don't, whatever his reasoning was, he was him. He was beyond whatever, I guess, category, even race you wanted to put him in.
That's what he thought. That's what he thought at one point, and then and then he learned. And then he learned.
The whole thing is insane.
I can't. I mean, if I were to talk about this whole series and just OJ in general, we would take up like 3 hours of the podcast, like to do a big deep dive into it. But rest in peace. Oh my god! Don't
did you watch
don't make that the
don't cut that. We'll put that in. That's gonna be put now on Twitter.
Me pouring out an Arnold Palmer for OJ Simpson
in our Tropicana.
Yeah.
Did you watch
me pouring out a power thirst for OJ Simpson?
Did you watch the made for TV movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. and David Schwimmer? No, because I think David Schwimmer was good casting. He was cast for Robert Kardashian, right? Right. That's how we got the Kardashians. I think Cuba Gooding Jr. was a terrible casting decision. I think he was an awful casting decision. Well, he's canceled now. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
he got accused of sexual assault. Well, right?
The justice system canceled him. He was not as slick as the juice. Cuba could have used Johnny Cochran in the courtroom.
He could use David Schwimmer,
but not for nothing. No, I didn't watch it. I remember watching a little bit of it where it was like, but I just remember being like, Cuba does not feel right for this role. Like OJ was such a brolic. Good. I don't know if you can really ever replicate, like if you can get an actor that could like replicate him, because he was such a brolic, good-looking guy, and he was just like the most. Again, like you're just taken aback by how charismatic he was.
He's OJ.
But and also too, you don't need. I'm a firm believer you don't need an OJ movie because of this documentary that I won't shut the fuck up about.
It's all right.
is so good. You don't need a made-for-TV movie. You don't need a series. You don't need anything. And if someone makes a great movie about it, then God bless. But like, you really do, after
watch the documentary.
After you watch this OJ Simpson Made in America, it just set the bar. Like you have to, if you're going to do it, you have to cross. It has to be more entertaining and more engrossing and intriguing and thought provoking than this documentary. And that's
it's hard to
they set a
duplicate reality.
high bar. So
totally. All right. Next week, I forgot to bring this up today. We'll get into it next week. I'll read this story from Front Office Sports from their Twitter. And we're going to follow up with more details, hopefully. A Colorado Rockies coach posted a video from the team plane's cockpit mid-flight saying, "I'm going to land the plane tonight." The FAA and United Airlines are now investigating the incident, and the pilots have been grounded. So who the coach was, I don't know. Did he actually try to land the plane? We don't know. So stay tuned next week. Hopefully we'll have some answers at why the Rockies, who are abomination in baseball, had nothing better to do but try to land their own plane with one of their coaches. Why don't you try to land your team back into a winning streak? How about that?
That sounds like the plot of like a Naked Gun fucking movie. Airplane.
It's the reboot.
Fucking move.
My God.
Yeah, that's absurd. So is that just breaking right now or something? Or?
No, I think just a couple days ago. I didn't
hear about
date in front of me. Yeah, so it's just like that. They're investigating. I'm sure we'll hear more about it in the coming days. You know, as I was doing my late night scrolling, because I'm obsessed with my phone, as you guys know, because I send you guys stuff all the time. Yeah. I saw that story and it was like, what? You know, so that was our weird story. More to come on that. We're on the case, like John Boy. We'll find out more. So this was good. Welcome back. You know, listen, you come back anytime, you take off anytime. We're easy. We're the Nosebleeders. We don't care. Hopefully we'll have more to come. And, you know, as always, we're trying to always figure out a way to get the show more legs. Maybe the OJ commercials will do it for us.
More OJ commercials. Well, let's do an OJ commercial every week. Thanks for having me. But yeah, thanks for having me back, Mike.
No thanks necessary. Back. Open door. But yes, thanks for filling in this week. And
no problem. And
that's our
long
show.
Live Nosebleeders. Long live the Nosebleeders. Yeah.
Long live Nosebleeders. All right. We'll see everybody soon. Take care.
Peace.